Good evening and welcome to the show. The topic tonight is Maplewood High School, and our first guest is Dr. Riley Elliott, who is the executive principal for Maplewood Comprehensive High School here in Nashville, Tennessee. And let me welcome you to comments with Dr. James Haney, Dr. Elliott. Dr. Elliott, one of the things that we wanted to deal with tonight was the fact that Maplewood High School has recently distinguished itself in terms of the overall performance of the high school on some of the examinations that had to be given in order for students to make progress. And what I'd like to do today is to talk about that distinction, but at the same time I'd like to talk about high schools, period, and about executive principals. Now, first of all, what is an executive principal and what is a comprehensive high school?
Dr. Haney, first let me thank you for the opportunity to be a part of your program. It's indeed an honor for me and for our faculty to be invited to this, and we owe this, I'm sure, to the sterling performance of our boys and girls. We appreciate that. An executive principal is just a regular high school principal who gets to work 2 extra months with no additional pay. So that's basically what we're involved in. Comprehensive high schools in the Nashville area, I guess, have been for the past roughly 10 years, I guess in 78, a little over 10 years now. We initiated in the metropolitan area the concept of a comprehensive high school, different from the regular academic high school on one hand or the vocational high school on the other, in which boys and girls could come to a single site and receive both the finest academic training available and an excellent preparation in a vocational area. The state of Tennessee during that period, roughly 10 years ago, realized the importance of vocational skills in terms of our need to provide persons who were able to fill the employment needs of industry that was moving into the state. So at that time there was real thrust toward vocational education, and Maplewood and a number of the existing high schools in the area were beneficiaries of additional facilities and additional equipment, additional staff to augment the already existing academic program that was prevalent at the time. So Maplewood is one of those comprehensive high schools that literally is found in each part of our system. We have a number of other high schools, magnet schools, and maybe 1 or 2 high schools which are not comprehensive at this time, possibly 1. But basically that's the idea. For the most part, our comprehensive high schools are fairly large, maybe larger than some of the previously existing schools in the system. Probably the largest one has over 3,000 students. Maplewood is not quite that large. We have roughly 1,200 students in our building. But we do have the opportunity to offer our boys and girls a variety of courses in the academic and in the vocational area, and that's the thing that makes the program distinguished.
Now, the performance on this test, what about this test? What kind of test is this, Doctor?
Let's see, the state requires that in order to earn a diploma, that all 9th graders are required to demonstrate the mastery of certain basic skills. The Tennessee Proficiency Test measures the youngsters' skills in the areas of language arts, English primarily, and mathematics. The test has been used for a number of years, and the 9th graders basically are the students who take the test and who are expected to demonstrate mastery on the proficiency test. And over time, I guess the performance of students at that 9th grade level on that test is one measure of how well the program is functioning and how well the students master these skills so that they are now ready to move on toward more advanced work as they get to be sophomores, juniors, and seniors in high school. So we are quite elated that for this year, a extremely high percentage of our boys and girls did very well on the state proficiency test, and it enables us, as we plan for next year, to eliminate the need for certain kinds of courses which in the past have been needed in order to give these students who didn't pass the test as 9th graders a chance to build their skills as 10th graders or possibly 11th graders.
Okay, Doctor, what about the before and after in terms of numbers? And I know you're reluctant to talk about these numbers.
Well, not at all.
Yeah.
Let's say last year, I guess, on the 9th grade proficiency test, our 9th graders, the number of students who passed both parts of the test was just over 50%, which in terms of ranking caused our 9th graders last year to rank at the bottom in the metro scheme of things. Our faculty and our students, our administration took that as a challenge, and we initiated everything possible that we could do to turn that situation around. And we were very pleased when we got the results of this year's test for our present 9th graders, and we found that 84 roughly percent of our 9th graders in fact had passed both parts of the test. 98.8% of our students passed the mathematics portion of the test. Low of 80% of our students passed the language arts portion, but basically the 84% both passing both parts ranked Maplewood at the top. Well, so we went from the
bottom to the top.
We did very well.
And I think it's very, very important, Doctor, that we point out that this is what we traditionally call our inner city school. This school is populated with large numbers of what we call disadvantaged students. In many instances, students who lack the kind of self-esteem, perhaps, that is often found among students at some of our more favorite institutions. And I think that that's important. Well, as a matter of fact, that's why we've got you here.
Well, I appreciate that. Fortunately, when the good Lord passed out intellectual talent, he didn't stop at you know, a boundary line or a railroad track or the interstate or anything. It's something that is widely dispersed, and we have the feeling, and I think the feeling is universal among our staff, that our students can achieve and that we expect them to do well. The results of this test bears out the fate that we have in our youngsters. We do serve a population that in our neighborhoods are quite diverse. Some of the kids, a large number of them, probably come from areas which are economically disadvantaged. We have a number of youngsters who need various kinds of assistance in order to make it. But when it comes to their performance in school and their ability to demonstrate and to master basic skills, we don't feel that that should be a reason for them to take second spot to anyone.
Doctor, let me thank you for bringing that information by to us. Later on, we're going to talk to two members of your staff who had very important roles in helping to bring this about. Yeah. But again, let me thank you for coming by and taking time and giving us that very, very important information. And we'll be back with you following this commercial break.